Hey guys, I'm Natalie. Welcome to today's low impact, full body, high intensity workout. Today will be all standing, so you won't need a floor mat, just a set of 2 hand weights. Let's start with our 2-minute warm up. Face the feet out to the corners of the room in a nice wide stance. And let's start with a little squat and a tap and set up our form. Pull yourself up through the crown of the head, a nice long tall torso supported by a really strong core. Roll those shoulders up and back for 1, 2, 3, keeping them back and down, arms up, and then little jabs to the front, imagining that one of these jabs is going to hit you right in the belly button, so your abs are braced for impact, and that you are jabbing an imaginary punching bag, so you're not just flopping the arms out there. A few more for 3, 2, and 1. Come lower into that squat tap. Turn it into uppercuts. Now that imaginary punching bag up in front of your face. Really punch up into it for 3, 2, and 1. Turn it into cross-body hooks, swiveling at the hip and punching into that bag on either side of the body, letting the core help throw that punch and control the torso for 3, 2, and 1. Maintain this wide stance, sit back into a squat, and then drive up through the heels and squeeze the glutes at the top of the move. Imagine that someone's got you by the base of the spine on a chain and they're pulling you back, torso long and tall. It follows the trajectory of that booty and naturally comes forward, so you're not hunching over to get down. For 3, squeeze, 2, squeeze, 1, squeeze. Shuffle on the spot. I'll show you the first move. 2 hand weights. So I want you to start in a little pivot forward position. So don't just bend the knees and come down. Imagine someone's got you by the base of the spine and they're pulling you back. The back's long and tall. So start in this position. Reverse fly and then stepping to your right into a squat with this giant bicep curl. Feet are facing forward. Start with the reverse fly. Here we go. Reverse fly, step squat. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, and then that giant bicep curl as you step to the right into that squat. Squeeze the shoulder blades. We're aiming for the upper back on that reverse fly. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Other side, so on your left leg. So we're starting in this crouch position, not here. Sit back into it. Reverse fly, and then step squat to your left. Here we go. Reverse fly, step squat. Coming up into that giant bicep curl, letting the weights come all the way up so that they're facing the ceiling. Squeeze those shoulder blades and really sitting back into that squat. 2, 1. Same position. Tricep extension and then rear lunge with that right leg with an arm push. So tricep extension, tricep, rear lunge, tricep, rear lunge. Tuck the elbows into the body on that tricep extension. Squeeze the arms back and squeeze. And then pushing the arms forward as you come into the rear lunge. I'll show you on the left leg. So come into that little tuck position, not here. Sit back into it. Tricep extension, rear lunge. Here we go, left leg. Tricep extension, rear lunge. So the back goes from that pivoting forward position here to vertical. Pivot forward, vertical. Really focus on those triceps. Squeeze them back and squeeze them back. 2, 1, half a 1. Low, wide squat. Start an upright row, just your left leg. Tap it to the back corner, back to the squat. Tap it, back to the squat. Low, wide squat. Tap it back, squat. Tap it back, squat. Upright row with your arms. Shoulders are back and down. So we're just tapping that left leg to the back corner and then returning to the low, wide plie squat. So it's not a curtsy. Get low and wide, upright row, right leg taps back to that corner and returns to the low, wide squat. Here we go. Tap it back, squat. So staying low the whole time, loading this front left leg, working the quad and the glute, and of course the shoulders and the core. a nice clean, long torso. Clean. And then nice and upright. Start an overhead press. Squat, knee to elbow squat. Stand and squeeze. Here we go. Squat it down. Knee towards elbow. And then stand and squeeze with an overhead press. As you do the knee towards elbow, they don't have to touch. I'm not rotating my entire torso. I'm just rotating my left elbow. So I'll show you what I mean on the other side. So I'm not doing this. I'm just rotating this right arm towards the left knee. Overhead press, here we go. Down and up. So you're just trying to get the knee and the elbow towards the midplane of the body. They do not need to touch. Keep that back long and tall. Squeeze it up. 2, 1. Grab a drink, guys. 1 down. And then 1 hand weight. This round is all about the core. Start facing the right-hand corner of the room. Weight on an angle. 1 knee, 1 kick. Just bringing the weight from shoulder height to hip height. 1 knee, 1 kick. Here we go. Knee and kick. Keeping that weight nice and tight. Your abs, your core is helping to stabilize the body, and believe it or not, it's helping to move this weight. So the weight's going on an angle from shoulder height down to the hip. 2, 1. Other side. So just from here to here, grabbing the weight on an angle. Knee, kick, just drawing a little diagonal line. Here we go. Knee, 1 knee, 1 kick. Just drawing a little line on the diagonal with this weight. Really focusing on the core, but the standing leg is also working. Keep that back long and tall. Let the torso be supported by your core. All right, guys, right leg is going back. Rear lunge with an arm push, knee, rear lunge, kick. Rear lunge, knee, rear lunge, kick. Here we go. Rear lunge, 1 knee, 1 kick. 1 knee, 1 kick. Really loading this front left leg this time. 1 knee, 1 kick. Slowing it down a little bit. And catching your breath. Other side, left side. So rear lunge, knee, rear lunge, kick. I'm not coming all the way deep into that rear lunge. Here we go. Rear lunge, knee and kick. And then I'm just keeping my kick really low. 1 knee, 1 kick. Working this front right leg and glute. Working the core. Knee and kick. All right, guys, similar move. Side lunge, knee across the body, side lunge, kick across the body. Weight comes to the hip this time. Side lunge, knee, side lunge, kick. Slowing it down just a little bit. Down, 1 knee, 1 kick. We are bringing that weight from the inside of the foot to the outside of the hip. Catch my breath. To your left. Side lunge, knee across the body, side lunge, kick. Here we go. Side lunge, knee, side lunge, kick. Working inner thigh and booty on this side lunge. Working the core. Keeping the torso long and tall, even while you pivot forward. 2, 1. Similar move, guys. A bit wider than shoulder distance, feet forward. Squat, knee, squat, kick. Weight to hip. Here we go. Squat, knee across the body, kick across the body. Weight comes from the inside of the legs here to the hip. Just doing 1 knee, 1 kick. Keep it going, guys. Getting creative. We are up to workout number 173. We need to get creative. Squat, knee, squat, kick. Here we go. Squat it down. Drive the knee across and then kick across. one knee, one kick. Working thighs and glutes, working core, working our back. 2, 1, grab a drink, guys. And then back to 2 hand weights, guys. A second chance to repeat rounds 1 and 2. Sit back into that semi-squat, reverse fly, and then into this wide squat with the feet facing forward and this giant bicep curl, and then back in this semi-squat position. Here we go. Reverse fly, squat with the bicep. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, squeeze, giant bicep. I want you to always return to this semi-squat position where the booty is sticking back to the back of the room, knees are bent. So on the side, so you're not here, send that booty back. Squeeze the shoulder blades and then step squat to your left. Here we go. Squeeze them, step squat. Doing that upper back, reverse fly. I love this move. We don't get to do it often. And then that giant bicep curl. Nice and deep into that step squat. 2, 1. Maintain this position. We're going to do tricep extension, rear lunge with an arm push just on your right leg. Here we go. Tricep extension, rear lunge. So the back's pivoting forward and vertical. Pivot forward, vertical. Stepping that right leg back, deep into that rear lunge. Right knee close to the ground, elbows tucked on the tricep extension. Let me grab a little rest. So sitting back into it, not like this. Sit back, squeeze, and then left leg into that rear lunge. Squeeze it back, rear lunge. Squeeze those triceps. Tuck those elbows into the side of the body, and then give your wrist a little flick up as you reach the top of that tricep extension. A few more, guys. 2, 1. Start in a low, wide squat. Feet are facing out to the corners of the room. Upright row, back long and tall. Tap back and then return to the plie squat. Here we go. Tap it back, squat. Tap it back, squat. The idea of this move, we are working inner thigh, but really working the booty and the quad of this front right leg, working the shoulders and the core. Shake it out. Other side. Low and wide, shoulders back and down, upright row. Tap it to the back corner and then return. Here we go. Tap it back, return. A very simple move, but really loading up this front left leg and also working inner thigh with this low plie squat. Working shoulders. 2, 1. Back to that wide plie. Overhead press. Squat. Knee towards elbow. Stand and squeeze. Here we go, guys. Squatted. Knee to elbow. Stand and squeeze with an overhead press. Squeeze the glutes. And then just bringing your left elbow across the body, but don't rotate the entire torso. So I'll show you on this side, down. Don't rotate the torso. Just try and keep the center of the torso facing forward. Here we go, squat. Just your right elbow this time comes across to the center of the body as that knee comes across to the center of the body. Yeah, I'm feeling it too. Keep it going. Squeeze it up. 5 seconds. 2, half 1. Grab a rest and a drink. 1 hand weight, 1 round to go. We're going to work on the core. Feet are facing to the right corner of the room. Weight on a diagonal. Knee, kick. Just bringing it in this little range right here. Back long and tall. Here we go. 1 knee, 1 kick. Keeping that back long and tall. You can keep your kick and your knee low, that's fine. High, whatever's comfortable for you. It doesn't really matter. We are throwing the body off balance no matter where your knee is. 2, 1. So even if you're just here, you're still throwing your body weight around and making this leg and your core work harder to stabilize you. Here we go. 1 knee, 1 kick. Keep that back long and tall. Focus on having a book on top of your head, trying to keep that torso very stable. That is making your core work. A few more, guys. 2, 1. All right, guys. Rear lunge with the right leg. Rear lunge knee, rear lunge kick. Just a kind of a semi-rear lunge. Rear lunge knee and kick. I'll show you on the side. Right leg. Rear lunge, 1 knee, 1 kick. I am doing a very low kick and I'm not coming very deep into that rear lunge. It's really a tap back with the bent leg, isn't it? 2, 1. Left leg. That probably would be a more accurate description. A tap back with the bent knee. Here we go, left side. Rear lunge knee and kick. I am not going all the way down. Just repeating that to remind you. Rear lunge knee and kick. Last time we do it today. A few more, guys. 2, 1. All right, similar move. Side lunge, knee across the body, kick across the body. Here we go. Side lunge, 1 knee, 1 kick. Slowing it down so we can get into that side lunge. So the weight comes from the inside to the hip, inside to the hip. 2, 1. Other side. Side lunge to your left. Here we go. Side lunge, weight to hip, weight to hip. 1 knee, 1 kick. Let's keep it going, guys. 10 seconds. Torso stays long and tall, even though it's coming forward. Last move, a little bit wider than hip distance. Feet facing forward. Squat, knee across the body, kick across the body. Here we go, squat, knee, squat, kick, slowing it down. Last move of the day, 1 knee, 1 kick. Like a little can-can. A few more, guys. 2, 1. Really loading the front leg, the standing leg, I should say. Feet are facing forward, a bit wider than hip distance. Squat, knee, squat, kick. Coming across the body on a diagonal with that knee and the kick. Like you're a rocket. 1 knee, 1 kick. Torso long and tall. Well done, guys. Give yourself a round of applause. Let's cool it down by just shuffling around on your feet. I want you to do 3 big arm circles up and back for 1, 2, 3. Grab one hand on top of the other, still moving around on your feet. Active cool down. Pull the hands down and away from the back. Open up that chest, open up the arms. Switch which hand is on top. Really open up that chest. Kind of lean back into it. Really feeling that awesome stretch. Kicking out those legs. Hold on to something if you need to. Let's do a quad stretch. Grab one foot with the hand. Press the toes out against the hand and try and keep the knees close to each other so don't open them up, and really push through this hip. Really get that active stretch and feel the oxygen going down into your quad. Shake it out, other side. Man, these standing ones really sneak up on me. Please let me know if it's not just me, if you felt this one today. Give the legs a little tap. Put the right leg forward, the left leg back, Both feet are facing the front of the room. Back leg is straight, front leg is bent. I want you to sit back into this left heel. Open up this left hip, push through the left hip and feel the oxygen going into that left hip. Bringing your left arm up, catch it in front of the body with the right, and breathe in to your left shoulder as you press out against this front bent arm. Bring your left arm up, reach down the center of the back, press down on the elbow with the other arm, and very gently, if you want to, leaning over the right side of your body, opening up that right hip a little bit more, coming back to center, swivel this back foot so it's now perpendicular, open the arms up into warrior, bring your front hand on the front leg or the forearm, and then reach this back arm up and over the body, keeping that shoulder back and down even as you stretch that arm away from the back of the body, looking up under your left armpit. Come back up to center, switch sides. Now your right leg back, your left leg forward, both feet are facing the front of the room. Front leg is bent, back leg is straight. Breathe through your right hip. Really push and exaggerate into that hip. Open it up, imagine oxygen going down there. Your right arm, catch it in front of the body with your left and breathe into that shoulder. Pressing out against this front bent arm. Reach the arm up, down the center of the back, press down on the elbow. Give that tricep a stretch. If you like, very gently leaning over to the left side of your body, feeling that left hip open up a little bit more. Come back up to center. Swivel the back foot so it's perpendicular. Open the arms up into warrior. Front arm comes onto the front leg, either on the hand or the forearm, and then stretching that back hand up and over, keeping the shoulder back and down even as you stretch that arm away from the body, looking up under your right armpit, coming back up to center. Roll the shoulders up and back for 1, 2, 3. Give yourself a round of applause, guys. Thank you so much for working out with me today. If you have any comments, suggestions, special requests, feedback, please leave it down below. And I hope to see you for the next workout.